Hey guys, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. So there's obviously a lot of content and a lot of content creators on YouTube anymore, and sometimes it's kind of difficult to know what to watch. So I thought today I would go through some of my favorite YouTube channels with you, and if I had the opportunity, YouTubers that I would meet. So I think I'm really going to surprise you with some of the YouTube channels and topics that are on my list based on what you know of me, about my interest, and the content that I put on my channel. There's a topic I've really been into lately, which is urban exploring, or urbex, and if you're not familiar with that, urban exploring is pretty much the exploration of abandoned places. And there's several YouTube channels that are pretty much focused on exploring abandoned places like hospitals and asylums and sanitariums and malls. It's just really interesting, I think, to explore abandoned places, and it's also eerie to me because obviously the place is abandoned and that in and of itself is eerie, but just to think that at one point this now abandoned place was hustling and bustling with people and movement, and at that time nobody probably even thought about this place that they were in being abandoned one day. And so it's just kind of eerie to think about this place that's empty and a lot of times decrepit, that there used to be just all this life and movement there. And so that's a topic that I have really been into lately. And actually a majority of my list, 3/5 of my list that I'm going to share with you, have to do with YouTube channels that are focused on urban exploration. So topping my list is Sam and Colby, and I'm going to throw Nate in there too because he's pretty cool. While they don't do as much urban exploring as they used to, they're mostly focused on paranormal related videos now. I've been watching a lot of their channel as of late, and I think there's a lot of reasons for that. One being just the content that they put out is so interesting, whether it's urban exploring or paranormal videos. There's a lot of history that is featured in those videos, and I love history, and so that's one aspect that I really like. I think the other aspect is Sam and Colby themselves. What I look for, maybe not look for, but something that catches my attention and that I appreciate is people who have stayed grounded and who are down to earth despite success. Even celebrities, people that have come into fame and fortune, people that have stayed down to earth and have stayed grounded. I really appreciate that. And that's just one thing in watching Sam and Colby and Nate's videos, is how down to earth that they all seem to have remained despite having tremendous success here on YouTube. And so I think I would definitely meet Sam, Colby, and Nate if I had the chance, because they all just seem really cool, really down to earth, and enjoy the content that they put out. And so to piggyback off of Sam and Colby and Nate is two people that, while they have their own channels, have been appearing in videos of Sam and Colby's in the past year or so, and that's Exploring with Josh and Seth Borden. And the both of them each have their own channels now, and Seth is finding success himself in his YouTube channel, but they still appear together in many of their videos. Also, another good channel, I think, for urban exploring, and I would say that Josh and Seth's videos, especially for urban exploring, seem to be at places that you wouldn't typically see on an urban exploration channel. There was one that I watched not too long ago. It was kind of like a training facility for first responders. It almost looked like this giant movie set. Car crashes that were made up, and like a bus that was hanging over a bridge, a makeshift bridge, and things like that that were used to be able to train people that were becoming first responders. There was another one that they did that was pretty much a makeshift government command center or government headquarters for the UK during the Cold War that was built underground. and it's not used anymore now that the Cold War is over, but it was really interesting watching them go through and seeing that, okay, in the event that something happened like nuclear war, this is where the Navy was going to operate, and this is where the Army was going to operate, and this was the Prime Minister's office, and this was the hospital, and this was some of the rooms for people that were living there. It was really interesting to see what could have been if something were to have happened. And another example of some of the unique places that they visit that aren't typical abandoned places. So Seth and Josh, their videos are really interesting, and they themselves also do some paranormal videos, which I enjoy watching, but I don't think I could partake in it, either with Seth and Josh or Nate and Sam and Colby. Definitely would meet any of them, but probably not on a paranormal investigation. I don't think that I would be brave enough. So my next and last urban exploration YouTube channel is The Proper People. Michael and Brian have a wonderful urban exploration channel. They have been to so many places. I particularly love their set of abandoned malls. I think that that's probably my favorite abandoned place, is abandoned malls, but they have visited so many interesting places and always share great history and facts about it. I think that that's one thing that they really impress me about, is that they do a lot of research and find audio and find video clips and find pictures and information and give it to you so that you have a little background about the abandoned place that you're looking at, what it used to be, and be able to compare it to what it looks like now. And I have to give them kudos because they never share the location of the abandoned place so that it can keep its charm, and they specifically state on their website that they never take anything, which there have been several times in a video that I have watched of theirs that I have seen something that I would just love to have, either as a personal collection or to use in some of my retro remake videos. There's been things that I have seen that I would love to have, and it would take a lot of self-control not to take them, but they don't. They said they leave it there because if everybody took one thing, then there wouldn't be anything left. And so I have to give kudos to Brian and Michael for their integrity when it comes to exploring abandoned places and leaving it alone so that it can maintain its abandoned charm. I'm doing a complete 360 here. I love Dazz Games. Dazz is hilarious. He is witty. He's sarcastic when he's doing his really any type of video, but especially his horror game videos. I think they are hilarious because of his comments and his sarcasm and his witty humor. It just makes it funny. I hate horror. I do. I can't stand horror movies. Even some horror games. I just can't stand the anticipation that something's going to happen. Never had a problem watching his videos because they are so humorous. And just his videos in general. The writing, when he's done skits in the past, even when he's playing video games that aren't horror, still somehow makes it funny. YouTube channels that are centered around video games or things like Twitch is not really my thing, but I always look forward to a Dazz Games video because they are always funny. So the last one is a small channel that I think deserves to be recognized, Our Gold Souls, and it's run by a content creator named Kennedy, and she has both a YouTube channel and a TikTok. Now she hasn't posted in a while, but I love her channel, and this is the one that won't surprise you. Her content is all retro themed, different than mine though. Hers is any decade. She's got videos from the 50s and the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. So it doesn't matter the decade, but she just throws herself into it. She does style and hair, makeup. I don't even know a good adjective. She does it, and she does it well because it always looks accurate. She always does a good job. She's really committed to it. she's enthusiastic about it, and I like that it's not decade specific. The first video I saw of hers was regarding Stranger Things 3. She was trying to come up with a look for 1985, which is when Stranger Things Season 3 took place. So kudos to you, Kennedy, because I think your channel is awesome, and I hope if you see this that in the future you will continue posting again, because I think that you have something and others seem to enjoy it too. So anyway, I just wanted to share some of my favorite YouTube channels with you. All of the YouTubers in my list seem really mellow and down to earth, people that I would definitely meet with and collaborate if I have the chance to. And also it's very encouraging seeing that, you know, there are channels with people doing something that they enjoy, with a topic that they enjoy, and they have success with it. So I just wanted to share my list of my current favorite YouTubers and YouTube channels and people that if I had the chance I would definitely meet up with. I'm going to put all their links to their channels in the description, so go check them out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. I think you guys will enjoy it, and I kind of just wanted to share with you what some of my interests are when it comes to watching videos on YouTube. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.